There, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Today I am working on a project that Sarah Scraps started. It is a back to school YouTube hop, and I have these photos from way back in 2007, I believe. And I'm using old photos because my kids are no longer school aged, and so we don't do back to school. And beyond that, we were homeschoolers, so I don't have traditional back to school photos. But this is a project that they did. We did this annually. It's called the Jason Project, and this particular year we were studying the differences between Mars and Earth, and there was a large group of homeschoolers and non-homeschoolers that were actually doing the same project, and we could go up to the NASA site here, and they had basically a field day where they had all kinds of hands-on experiments, and then they had a live broadcast from people who were doing experiments across the country or maybe even across the world. I'm not really sure if it was national or international project. But anyway, so I have pulled out some old paper from Simple Stories, and this is from 2013 and 14, I believe. And I just flipped through the pack that has the little 6x8 pages in it, and I decided to go ahead and use some of those. And the reason I decided to use this paper is I knew I had a whole bunch of Simple Stories back to school papers, and all my Simple Story stuff is kind of bundled up together in an iris container. And so when I went looking in there, I totally forgot that I had used most of those and given away what I no longer needed from that particular collection of theirs. And so what was left were the summer collections, and I have an autumn collection. And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to use this summer collection because, hey, summer's ended and it's back to school, and what better way to use it than in a back to school YouTube hop. So you saw me take the banner piece there, and I just cut the hole punched edges off, and then I cut it so that it would span behind the photo mats. And I matted my photos with that wood grain and the other white grid paper, and I just cut the holes off, or I put the photos over the holes to cover the hole punched areas. Now these stickers are pretty old, so they're kind of difficult to get off of the sticker sheet, but they still work. I just used a little bit of extra glue to tack them down, and that was mostly because where I'm putting them right now on the layout is not where they're going to end up. They're going to be a little bit higher, and by the time I've moved them around, there were a couple of spots that were not as sticky as I would like. So I'll just use a little bit of my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive and adhere those down just to make sure they stick. My title is going to be Jason Project, Mysteries of Earth and Mars, and that was the title of the entire project, and we got curriculum and all kinds of stuff to do with that project when you signed up for it and enrolled. So it was a lot of fun. We had a blast. And then the pictures are from the NASA field day. The kids are working on computers, and then they're studying the difference in salinity between Earth and Mars, and whether or not they thought Mars could actually support life, you know, using a lot of hypotheses and all that kind of stuff. So it was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed it, and they had a blast. We did it with a big group of their friends, and I really like how this layout came out. So make sure you go down below into my description and check out the other ladies that are participating in this YouTube hop. Hopefully I will have all their links down there below by the time this goes live. If not, you can also go to Sarah Scraps. She's the one running this hop, so you would see the descriptions, the links in her description. So you can check it out there if you need to. I also pulled out these stickers that I have from Recollections, and they're like nerd stickers, and my daughter is a self-proclaimed nerd, and so I decided I was going to use those, and I've been hanging on to those for a while. Like I said, I don't have a lot of school type photos. I have some for each year, but not a lot, and so I've been holding on to those till we got to some kind of sciencey type of layout that I wanted to work on, that she was, you know, in the photos and all that, because I knew she would love these stickers, and someday this layout will probably be hers or my son's. They can fight over it, or knowing her, it'll be hers. So I really love the little bow tie. It came on the same sticker sheet. And then these other stickers are from the Simple Stories sticker sheet, and it is a summer collection, but there's like stuff that was like, you know, love this day, very generic type stuff. And so I decided to make kind of a column out of those phrase stickers going below and above the photos, and I really like how it came out. It started out with that sticker that said "I love nerds," and then I decided to go up and down from there. One of the stickers says "Epic," and it has like a little arrow on it. They're just super cute. And then I popped them up onto some foam tape, and this foam tape is not super thick. It's the roll that you see on the left hand side there. So I decided to go ahead and pop that up. Sorry about my head in the camera. That foam tape is a little bit hard to peel all the backing off of, so that's why there is a little bit of back and forth on where I've cut out some of me just peeling backing. I think it was like 6 seconds every time I like have to peel something off, so in case you wanted to know. But it's just the right height, so that's why I keep using it. And then at these little molecular structures, I decided to use those because I thought that was like perfect. And then I had to move the glasses because they were too close to the molecules up on the right hand corner. And I really liked them on the O of Jason, so I just moved them to the O of Project, and that worked out fine. And then I'm trying to also find out where I'm going to put some journaling. And my first idea was to put a journaling card here, but I didn't want to completely cover that banner. So I decided to make a couple more banners. So there's one. And then I just made that out of a 3x4 card, and I turned it sideways. And then I'm going to make one out of this green paper because the 3x4 card, the cream color on it is so close to the background paper that you don't really see a differentiation. So I want to kind of layer it up so that you actually see that there is a card there and that it's separate. And then I will do the other two ends on the opposite side of the photos. And I didn't have enough of the 3x4 card, so you saw me just measure another little card there, and that's going to be the other half, or the other end of the banner that I'm going to write on. And then lastly, I think I'm going to just take my pen and do some doodling around each of the paper pieces. And I do that, I don't want to say a lot, but I do it frequently enough that you've probably seen it in other videos. And the reason I do that is when there's a lot of bright colors, it kind of tones things down. Another option would be to ink your papers, and I hadn't inked my papers ahead of time, so that was no longer really an option for me without going through a lot of trouble. So just doodling around each of the banners and around the entire outline of the layout kind of provides that differentiation between each piece of paper. And I like how it looks, especially on these kid layouts that are you know, brightly colored. Kind of tones things down a little as well. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Stick around for the close-ups. Don't forget to go check out Sarah and whoever else is participating. It's going to be a lot of fun to see what everybody else came up with. I know there's quite a few ladies that are joining us. Thanks for subscribing if you're a subscriber. If you're not, go ahead and subscribe. I'd really love that. And give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this video. Take care now and have a great day.